Good, you want to race? I was joking. I was like, oh, I'm about to just pull up beside him. I'm like, you want to race? No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, yeah, I want to race.
If you're in the market for a 2500, please come out and check out Hendrick at South Point. They definitely have this truck available. This truck is available. It's brand new. You can definitely come out and take it for a spin drive. Hey everyone, welcome back to the episode of Seek on the Speed 252. Today's video is about this 2500 Duramax Diesel. My name is Clarence. If it's your first time on the channel, if you have not subscribed yet, please do. Please push that bell button right beside us so you get notification anytime we release a video. I would love to have you part of this journey and take you along with everyone else. And I would love to travel across the United States to meet each and every one of my followers. So once again, if you are watching this for the first time, please subscribe. Today we have a crew cab 2019 Silverado. I do want to have a truck on the channel at some point. This will be my first taking a little test drive, and you know, my friends are telling me lots of things about Ford, things about Dodge, but today we're talking about the Chevy Silverado. So without further ado, let's hop into the truck and let's go forward. So with this 2019 Silverado, I'm going to show you the interesting quirks and features that come along with this truck. I'm going to show you a lot of great things about it you may need to know. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop inside and talk about some of the nice quirks and features that come inside this truck. So the first thing I want to talk to you about this truck that I think is freaking awesome, you will not see this feature in any other vehicle in the world, actually. No other truck, no other car. It's an awesome horn. You won't get it in any other vehicle, so if you definitely want a Silverado, you definitely want to check out this vehicle. No, I'm kidding. But all jokes aside, this truck comes with pretty much everything you can ask for. I mean, from the sunroof up to the entertainment system, the heated and cooled seats. From the electrical outlet, you can actually charge to plug your phone in. And so let me tell you about my best feature about this truck thus far, just sitting in it. It's honestly this part here. Like, I'm so amazed how technology has come across these days, because with this you can actually plug in your computer, your cell phone, or whatever the case may be that you like to go on this long trip with you and use without having to worry about any issues whatsoever. Now I will say, you cannot plug a toaster in there, you can't put a refrigerator in there, no space heaters, nothing like that. So refrain from doing all that. But outside of that, that's there for when you want to, you know, plug in your laptop and things like that. The infotainment system is pretty freaking awesome. You know, you can actually, you have your audio here, you have your settings, you have your phone, you have your projection, your navigation, you have your weather, you have text, which is great because you need text and talk. I feel like I don't use text and talk on my phone that much, but it's great when you're actually driving because it saves you from, you know, a lot of danger hazards on the road. And you have your own start system, which you can push this button here, or you can push this button here. They'll give you everything that you need to know regarding this vehicle. If you have any issues, if you're broken down on the road, if you got a flat tire, if you need, you know, places with restaurants and stuff, that'll definitely help out in the long run. So another interesting quirk slash feature that I actually like about this truck, and most cars these days come with it, is the heated and cooled seats. For me, I get really cold really quickly, but sometimes if I actually have heated seats in my vehicle, I don't have to worry about turning the heat on. So as you see right here, this is the heated, you know, this is the top notch, the 3-level setting. You can turn it on 2, you can turn it on 1. And you know, this feature is freaking great. I freaking love it. It has cool seats as well. Another thing that I like about this truck is if you're in the winter time and your steering wheel is super cold, especially if you have leather seats, you can actually put on the steering wheel as well, and this will actually heat the entire steering wheel up for you, and it's super great. Like, one of the best features I think I have now. When I had my own truck back in 2014, I didn't use this feature a lot, but you know, it is great if you actually want to use it. Another thing is this truck is 4x4. Now, I will say, here in North Carolina, I don't know how often you would need a 4x4. Like, it doesn't snow here enough for someone to get a 4x4, but a lot of people say, why buy a truck if it's not a 4x4? Don't waste your money, don't waste your time. I will admit, my first truck was a 2-wheel drive, and I didn't get stuck anywhere. I didn't pull anything, and you know, I didn't need it. But now, since I would have an interest in buying a truck in the future, I would love to have a 4-wheel drive, and I would love to be able to tow things and have that capacity. And you know, my friends are talking to me about, you know, 2500 and how great this truck can be for me in the channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about some of the space and stuff in the back seat as well. All right, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. I would love to have you part of the community and love to take you on this journey. So there's not really much to talk about back here. I just want to point out that this truck has a lot of space. It is a crew cab, so I'm 6'2". I have plenty of space back here. I can spread my legs, whatever the case may be. Have plenty of room. You know, you have an auxiliary plug back here. You can put anything back here. You do have your own special cup holders that's in the door as well. And I just, you know, I appreciate, you know, how much space this truck has. You can put anything back here. So if you have kids, you have a family, and you don't really want to go ahead and get like a car, if you want to get a truck that you can actually haul stuff in, and on top of that, have your family here, you know, this 2500 would definitely do just fine. You can haul, like I said, a bunch of stuff with this truck. But the other thing that I actually like about this truck is if you don't have any kids at all, and you want to store like groceries, anything in here to keep it from getting wet in the bed, you can actually just lift this up. And you got a whole tray, a whole space of putting things back here. Now this is great because you can store things back here without being shifting around and moving all over the place. So that's one thing I definitely love about this 2500, on top of how much space I have back here. So let's go ahead and talk about a few things on the outside, and let's take this bad boy for a spin. So I want to give you some interesting things that I like about the outside of this truck. Outside of this truck is what everybody sees, so I want to point out some of the things I think is great. I love the lights on the top of the truck. It's a big deal when you're driving at nighttime, you're actually towing something. I think it's perfect. I think it's great to have. I didn't have this in my 2014 Silverado, so I definitely love the lights on the mirrors. I love how this truck is definitely black with the chrome accents. Now I know black on black is a thing, but chrome is definitely something that stands out on a truck like this, so I definitely appreciate it a lot. You have the chrome inserts right here in the front. You have the chrome bumper, the chrome front grille, and I just think it looks freaking phenomenal. Another thing I want to point out is the Duramax is in chrome as well with the Allison transmission. This pretty much tells you have a big 2500 Duramax, which I truly love. A Duramax, gotta have one. You have the 2500 HD. But one thing I love about trucks, depending on the size, and sometimes, you know, regardless of the size, I love to have it, is the running board. Like, this definitely, to me, makes it feel like it's a truck. Now, I know some trucks don't come with these. You can add these, whatever style of truck you have, and you don't have them, you can add them. But this truck is pretty big, and I definitely think these running boards are definitely great for the truck, and I would not drive a truck without them. So outside of that, without further ado, let's hop in this bad boy and take it for a spin drive. So currently, we actually, right now, me and my friend Adventure TV 919, who's here helping record today, we're taking the 2500 Duramax for a spin drive. This is actually my very first time ever in a 2500 Duramax. Now, I have been in a 2014 Silverado, which I've owned at some point. And, you know, I never really thought I would actually tow anything with it. I never really thought I would do all this extra stuff that I'm planning to do now. So I sold that truck, and currently I have my Grand Sport. But I miss my truck dearly. I think a truck is something obviously you can do anything with. Whether you have a family, whether you don't have a family, or you own a house, you can just always do something with the truck. And so I'm test driving this truck purposely for this video, and I'm also test driving this truck for maybe future, you know, truck buying needs. But right now this truck drives smooth, and it's funny to me because like how technology have progressed so much. This truck drives just like a Cadillac. Like, you don't feel every hole you hit, you don't feel every pothole, you don't feel every dent and crevice in the road, and I feel like this truck has a lot of power. It has, like I said, it has a 6.6 liter V8, and I feel like, you know, this is my first time ever actually behind a diesel. And growing up, at first, I didn't know the difference between diesel and gas, but now I know the difference. You know, you get more power, you get more mileage out of a diesel truck, and, you know, most diesel trucks last a little bit longer than the gas, from what I was told. And, you know, at the end of the day, I think, you know, a vehicle lasts as long as you treat it well, and, you know, they say you pay for what you get, and if you take care of the vehicle takes care of you. So right now, we're about to get on the highway and see how smooth this thing rides. Now, earlier there were some bumpy roads, but right now we're about to get on a little bit smoother road, and I want to see how this truck feels. I'm a little cold, so I'm about to turn on these heated seats for the day. And thank you, Hendrick Chevrolet, for letting me borrow this truck for the day. By the way, you guys are great, freaking awesome. I really greatly appreciate it. And I will admit, this truck drives smooth as crap. I mean, I love it. I feel like, now I will say, I'm curious to see how well this truck drives if I'm towing a car or something behind it. Will I actually feel that pull? Will I actually won't feel that pull? I don't know. But right now, this truck drives super well. I love the visual. I don't feel like I have any blind spots. I have enough visual mirrors to look out of. If you're interested for a 2500, this truck is definitely available. You should definitely come check it out and test drive it. Brand spanking new. Has all the features you can ask for: the heated and cooled seats, to the sunroof, to the navigation system. This is a phenomenal truck. I feel like for me, it's a sweet spot between the 1500 and the 3500, right? This is my opinion behind it. You can get the 1500, which would do, you know, what you pretty much needed to do. You can probably tow a car with that. You can't tow 2 cars with that. You won't be able to tow like anything that's pretty much heavy, depending on what kind of weight you're carrying. Or you get the 3500, which can tow 2 or 3 cars. But the 2500 gives you that sweet spot. It gives you just enough power to be able to tow enough between those 2 vehicles. You can't tow 2 cars 1500, and you can tow plenty of cars with the 3500. But the 2500 gives you that sweet spot, and that's what I like about this truck thus far. It gives you everything you freaking need without doing the overkill and without going, you know, below. Another good thing about these trucks is it comes with really big brakes. So if you're actually towing things, you're able to stop on a dime. I would say stop on a dime, but you're able to stop pretty much precise, other than if you had like a 1500 and you was pulling a car. You know, it's a lot easier for this 2500 to pull 1 car than it is a 1500 to pull 1 car. So, you know, at the end of the day, I love this truck. I'm definitely appreciative of actually being able to drive one of these, be behind the wheel of one of these. And I'm going to drive it while I got it. You know, I have it for the day. And once again, I appreciate Hendrick at South Point for giving me the opportunity to drive this truck. And so for now, I'm going to keep driving it. Nothing like driving a nice smooth Silverado. So at the end of the day, I love this truck a lot. I would totally love to own one of these. I would love to have one on the channel at some point. But if for all of you who own a truck or own a Silverado or a Ford or a Dodge, tell me what you love about your truck. What do you think about, you know, a 2500, a Duramax, or, you know, F-150 or a Silverado 1500? Tell me what you love about your truck. And if you don't have a truck, tell me what would you be interested in buying a truck, and if so, what type of truck would you be interested in? So those are my questions for y'all right now. We're actually going to take this back to the dealership and park it back, unfortunately, because I cannot take it home because I do not own this truck. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. I would love to have you part of the community. My name is Clarence. I would love to grow with you. I would love you to grow with our channel, and I would love to literally travel the world to visit a lot of my followers. That is my goal. And, you know, once again, I appreciate you watching this. My friend at Adventure TV 919 is here with me today, actually helping me record this and as well. So that's one of my best friends. I love him to death. Really great guy. And at the end of the day, I truly appreciate you. And, you know, I'll catch you next episode of Seek on the Speed 252.